It's go time! Introducing first the challenger, boxing out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 117.5 pounds. His impressive professional record consists of 14 victories against 1 defeat, 7 wins by way of knockout. Wearing gold and burgundy and representing San Antonio, Texas, please welcome Joshua, the Professor Franco. And his opponent across the ring, the reigning and defending champion, fights out of the red corner. He weighed in at 118 pounds even. As a professional, his record stands at 18 victories against only 1 defeat, 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Wearing white with Dodger blue and representing Tierra Alta, Colombia, now Los Angeles. He is a world title challenger and the reigning and defending NABF Bantamweight champion, ladies and gentlemen, Oscar El Jaguar Negrete.
Fighter chief second only, please. Fighter chief second. Protector. Mouthpiece. All right, gentlemen, you received the instructions in the dressing room. You know what I expect? A good, clean fight. Legal punches, these are a bit high. Good for you here, good for you here. Touch gloves, good luck to both of you.
All right, you saw the respect shown by the corners of Oscar Negrete and Joshua Franco as Manny Robles and Robert Garcia were quick to show props to one another. They know that they have a tough fight ahead of them because their pupils have a challenger that will come looking to win. So Oscar Negrete, who you see there, and Joshua Franco ready to go here from the hangar in Orange County, California, alongside Bernard Hopkins. I'm Bernardo Osuna. They call him the Professor because he walked into the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy with a collared shirt, not looking like a fighter, but once he gets in the ring, Joshua Franco is no fun in games.
Well, he's using that left jab like a professor because it's straight, and it got a sting on the end of it because he represents what? The hands up high, jab down the middle, right hand when he can get it in. And this is where the professor shows his skills, and that's why that name fits him well.
Trying to land that long left hook is Joshua Franco. And you know, both of these fighters really, weight is an issue for them, and not in the negative way, but in the way that Oscar Negrete had to move up to 122 to fight a tall, lanky champion like Ray Vargas. He said, you know what, I held my own against him at 122. I know that I can become a world champion at 118. And Robert Garcia really wants Joshua Franco to campaign at 115. He's only 22 years old. He says he can still come down and be more of a threat at the super flyweight class.
Yeah, and I mean, he has not only the age to help him, and also, you know when you can, as a fighter, you know what weight you can come down to and what weight you can. So I think both guys are being honest and saying what they need to say. And this fight here is, both guys really look at it as this fight is needed for their career to go forward.
Nice combination downstairs and upstairs by Oscar Negrete. Back comes Joshua Franco. And Negrete says, all right, kid, you've got that in your arsenal. I've got the same punches. Let's see who can crack more.
And also, this fight's going to show about the conditioning in both fighters because they both thrown the same amount of punches, straight down the middle, 3 or 4 punches been thrown. No one punch here, one punch there. They both is throwing combinations.
You know, Franco said, I'm more comfortable counter-punching, waiting on my opponent, but that's allowing Negrete to get off first, and the Jaguar makes no bones about it. I mean, if you let him throw punches, he's going to be in your face all night, and you got to get his respect.
Yeah, and if you're taking a chance on counter-punching, then you're waiting to get, what, hit, or you're waiting to receive something.
Nice shots to the body from Negrete. Wearing the white trunks and Dodger blue. And the Dodger blue Everlast gloves as well. I mean, it's give and take here in the first round. There's no feeling out round. These guys came to fight, Negrete and Franco, in tonight's Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN.
Para la campana. Stop at the bell.
Has a tattoo on his chest. Beto Duran with the explanation of what it means.
Yeah, it's a tattoo of his dad, Jesse Rodriguez, who's in his corner. Franco said he always wanted a tattoo of his dad. His dad said no, no, no. Then finally, he said, look, you're old enough. Ya eres hombre, you go for it. And his brother, Bam Rodriguez, who's an 18-year-old standout at 108 pounds, also right here in this corner.
All right, so it's a family affair for the Franco family, but it's Robert Garcia who has guided his career since his professional debut. Joshua Franco in here with a 14-1 record, taking on Oscar Negrete as the Dodgers are about to finish off the Atlanta Braves. It's a 6-0 lead in the 9th inning. Well, Negrete's got the LA Dodgers mouthpiece, so representing big time here in Orange County. All right, B-Hop, after what you saw in the first round, what would you like to see from Joshua Franco?
I like to see him be more consistent.
Strunks are high, Robert.
You know, not waiting to counterpunch. Even when he let his hands go, he seems to be more accurate with his punches. He's blocking with the right hand every time the jab comes close to him. So that's a good thing to reflect the jab. I like to see him punch off that. Punch off those misses. Punch off to the body, like he just did, and continue to do that because he's quicker.
Good shot to the solar plexus from Joshua Franco. And I mean, round one was an action-packed round. The numbers will tell the story here in Orange County, where Negrete and Franco went toe-to-toe, throwing about 153 punches in the first round. Negrete landed 10 more than Joshua Franco at almost a 40% clip. And here he is pushing the action and landing a nice left hook. And we talked about the danger of counterpunching against a fighter who is so active, B-Hop.
Well, Franco just got hit just now with the right hand, but before that he got hit, and it kind of like buzzed him a little bit, and he backed up and got on the ropes slightly. But you know, he must keep the fight Franco that is in the middle of the ring, let his hands go, because to me he's more accurate when it comes to punching.
Nice exchange of body shots as Franco tried to go downstairs, but Negrete's going nowhere. We got to remind you that he trains at Manny Robles' gym, and up until recently, the stable of Manny Robles included Oscar Valdez, Mick Conlon, and Jesse Magdaleno, among others. So he got top-level sparring, and they talked about the fact that, you know, nobody wanted to get in the ring and spar those guys. Negrete did.
And he got educated because the guys you mentioned are guys that know how to fight, been around, and what he can learn from that.
You know, Franco's no slouch in terms of the work he gets at the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy in Riverside. But for this fight in particular, he fought a lot of prospects, guys who let their hands go. He said they wanted to prove to Robert they belong, so they gave me great work. As Franco lands a nice uppercut, but will it be enough at the end of round two? That remains to be seen.
Time! Oscar, mouthpiece. Stay back. Hasta para atrás.
Bernardo Osuna, Bernard Hopkins, and Beto Duran coming to you live from the Hangar in Orange County. Here, our Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN main event featuring Oscar Negrete in the white trunks with Dodger blue trim, taking on the Professor Joshua Franco with the burgundy trunks trimmed in gold. And Beto, what are the instructions from Manny Robles for Oscar Negrete? Because in the corner, Robert Garcia was telling Franco, don't let him out-throw you.
Manny, what do you like from Negrete so far in this fight?
So far, I want him to stay busy. The 10 rounds, I don't want him to give Joshua Franco any breathing room. I don't want him to allow him to box. I want to make this a fight. I want Joshua Franco to fight Negrete.
Negrete?
Exactly what he's making him do now.
We see Negrete a lot sparring in Fada, like he just bugs people, he gets on them. He never gives anybody any kind of room. Is that the same plan tonight?
Absolutely, that's the Negrete we all know. A pressure fighter that can go hard for 10 solid rounds. So that's what I'm expecting from Negrete now, and see what this kid has in store for the later rounds. But as of right now, I like what I see. Little by little, one round at a time.
All right, they're head-to-head. Thank you very much, Beto Duran and Manny Robles, letting us into the corner here in the third round. What do you think of what Manny Robles was saying as Negrete continues to do good work, putting this kid to the test?
He's telling him the truth, telling him what he needs to do. And, you know, that's what you need to hear when you're a young guy in the corner. Or you're fighting in the corner and you need to go ahead and push and do the things you need to do to win. Great instructions.
Another nice left hook from Franco. And Negrete counters with a left hook and an overhand right. I mean, we're talking about exactly what Manny Robles told him. Don't let the kid think he's on him. I mean, he's leaving him no space.
And he's making him use energy, and that's a good strategy. But you better make sure that you can keep your energy up too, because both guys are really right there in the phone booth.
I mean, you see Negrete shaking the head of Franco with those short shots. But here comes Franco with shots of his own. But there's just...
No te metas con la cabeza. No te metas con la cabeza. Are you okay? Cuidado con la cabeza.
Okay, Jr. warning Oscar Negrete, don't come in with the head. Don't lead with the head. And here Franco gets a little breather, and he comes back strong.
You know, Franco has a really good rhythm when he throws punches in combination. Watch it. You know, it's a jab right hand, maybe sometimes two jabs, and then a left hook to the body. That's going to be a good combination to throw and exchange.
I mean, a lot of times if you're a counter puncher, you want a guy that comes forward. But with Negrete's punch output, I mean, he's really not allowing Franco to counter, because by the time he sets up the counter, he's already receiving more shots.
It's easy to counter when a guy throws 1 or 2 punches, but it's very hard when 5 or 6 punches coming.
Put your arm out. There you go. Listen for that bell.
On ESPN main event alongside Bernard Hopkins, I'm Bernardo Osuna. Joshua Franco, on top of the pressure that he's contending with from Oscar Negrete, now contending with a cut on the bridge of his nose, B-Hop.
And now that's going to be really probably a problem later, but not now, because both guys are really in close. Like I said, they're in their close quarters, and they both will throw punches, so that cut can open up.
All right, let's take a look at the consistency of how many shots Oscar Negrete has been throwing against Joshua Franco. He doubled up his work rate from the first 2 rounds, basically combined in that 3rd round. But, you know, Franco's not far behind, almost triple digits.
But Oscar is no joke. He just really threw full punch combination, and all those punches hit the target.
I mean, these guys threw over 200 punches combined in that 3rd round. And, headbutt there from Negrete on Franco. He was already warned by the referee earlier in the 3rd round. How frustrating is it, B-Hop? You got a guy who's throwing a lot of punches. He's already got that going for him. And then he's got that head also coming in. There's just no way to keep him off of you.
Well, it's very frustrating, especially, you know, when the head do more damage than the punches. Because that head don't break.
Your head never broke, huh, B-Hop?
No, it never broke. It broke some heads, though.
It sure did. Ooh, Franco coming in strong here on Negrete, trying to impose himself in the 4th round. He's a younger fighter, fresher maybe, 9 years younger. And in terms of rounds fought coming in, it was 109 for Negrete, 72 for Joshua Franco.
If you look at Oscar and Franco, both of these guys are not breathing. Both of these guys are in really good shape.
Oscar.
Anybody home that's watching this that want to be a boxer or a young fighter, condition, because both of these guys are throwing punches basically equal.
Great observation, B-Hop. Most guys, after throwing 100 punches in 1 round, would be huffing and puffing. Here, Negrete and Franco are just standing toe-to-toe, trying to impose their will on their opponent. Nice body shot there from Negrete as the referee, Raul Caiz Jr. says, watch out, is a little low. Look borderline. That was low.
And fights like this can be hard to score. Because both guys are connecting when they throw punches. And you know what? Nobody's taking a break to give one guy the round either way. So when you have this type of action, you're going to have a difficult time judging if you're a judge.
A couple of good body shots from Negrete, but also low blows. And that'll take something out of you as well. As round 4 is coming to an end, we send it over to Beto Duran, who is with a very special guest ringside at the Hangar in Orange County.
Yeah, good strap so far,
Seeing him is right. I can't wait to see him in the cage.
November 24th, the Forum, Golden Boy MMA.
That's it. Tito Ortiz, a 2012 UFC Hall of Famer against Chuck Liddell, 2009 UFC Hall of Famers. They're back in the ring, in the cage, trying to do damage, as are Oscar Negrete in the white trunks trimmed in Dodger blue, taking on Joshua Franco with the gold and burgundy trunks. So They keep fighting, they keep going at each other, and B-Hop, you mentioned it, it's gonna be a hard fight to judge, but early on it looked like Negrete was getting the better of it. How's Franco doing here in round 5?
I think Franco is close in the fight. I mean, it's not no wide margin on either guy, but if you look at Oscar's right eye, got a little mouse that just occurred maybe the last round. And I don't know if that's going to be a factor, but you can see it right now. That came from Franco's left hand and left hook.
You know, the body work from Franco here in the 5th round, really slowing down Oscar Negrete. Negrete landed a shot to the back of the head, and Raul Caiz Jr. gave him a warning. So there's been several warnings for Oscar Negrete, but he's a veteran, B-Hop, never warned for the same thing.
Yeah, and you know what? And he also letting them know that he's watching. So, you know, he's not being too hard, but he's not being too light. Both guys are really throwing punches. And you know, he knows the intentional punches are the ones that just basically there. So, you know, Franco is right now, to me, winning this round. I don't know about the fight because it's close. Both guys are really using their energy and their skills to the fullest.
All right, Beto Duran with Robert Garcia and Franco's
Don't let him stay busy. Keep going. There you go. Again. Nice. Again. Keep going.
What do you like so far, Robert?
Look, it's a very close fight. It's a tough fight. They're both fighting a beautiful fight. Negrete is a tough kid and throwing a lot of punches. You know, trying to break him down little by little.
What are you complaining to the referee about right now?
Low blows and no, Negrete has landed quite a few low blows and he hasn't said much about it. You know, that's what I'm telling the ref. And there was a few punches in the back, but it's the way boxing is. You know, we you know, it's not like Negrete is doing anything illegal or purposely.
Thank you.
Keep working. Keep working.
All right, thanks, Beto, for taking us into the corner with Robert Grandpa Garcia. And here you see Negrete after Franco had a good spell. And it's Negrete kind of putting a stop to it as we take a look at the total punches through the first 4 completed rounds as we are here almost coming to the end of round number 5. And the numbers are pretty impressive here. You see the amount landed from both in triple digits.
10 seconds, stop at the bell.
Almost 800 punches thrown, or actually over 800 punches thrown through the first 4 rounds. Wow. Big finish for Franco in the 5th round. This evening was Oscar Negrete's work rate. He was coming in averaging about 70 punches per round, or over 70 punches per round. Tonight, the punch stats have him at over 70 punches per round. And Joshua Franco trying to keep up with him, B-Hop. But you see the punches thrown, the least he's thrown is 86 in the first round. I mean, and these guys are in triple digits consistently.
And they punches that have, like, meaning to them. Like, you know, the first 2 ones might be the ones that set up the hard last 2 shots. But these punches mean damage.
Negrete said, I want to take this kid deep. I want to wear him out early with the punch output, see if he has the conditioning to go punch by punch, toe-to-toe with me. So far, Franco, through 5 rounds, has been able to be there. There's another shot to the back of the head, but Franco comes back with a nice jab. And sometimes that's the best thing you can do. Hey, you got me with the dirty shot, but here comes some clean shots right up the gut.
Franco seemed to be more sharper, but I like to see him go to the body after those 2 punch combinations, whether it's a jab, right hand, or 1-2. He needs to end with the left hook because I think that would do a lot of damage to Oscar.
What about the way Franco leans in? He's kind of got a peekaboo defense, and then he just leaves his head there.
Yeah, very deceiving because you might think he's just got popped with that shot by leaning towards your left, so you mentioned it. I was about to say that it was probably a good move based on him looking for a left hook to the body.
There goes the left hook to the body, but to land that hook, you have to take some shots. But here, Franco unleashing a 3-punch combination. Nice uppercut from Franco, and here comes Negrete.
See, when Franco do that, he looks excellent because he's throwing those punches like that. And when he take that lean to the side, don't wait for Oscar to throw punches because then he's going to get hit. He must get off first.
3-punch combination from Franco. Here comes Negrete with 1 big shot. I mean, that's been the scene we've been looking at over the last 2 rounds. Franco trying to get into this fight. His corner, Robert Garcia telling him, come on, man, you can't let him outwork you. You can't let him take the initiative. The inflammation on the right, under the right eye of Negrete. no pity pat here, Behab. These guys throw some leather.
No, Alaska just threw good 2 left hooks to Franco's head, and they both hit the mark. Franco seems not to be ducking as early as he was in the fight.
I think you're right about what you said, because he's been consistent about working to the body, has Franco, but that leaves him open to that counter shot. And we see
Just like that left hook. Yeah, left hook or uppercut, rather, that went right on the spot. You know, Oscar's continue to keep coming forward, and he's getting the shots. And look at the 3-4 punch combination.
This is a fun fight. 6 rounds in. Negrete and Franco giving each other all they can handle. All right, Behab, walk us through what we've seen this evening. Plenty of highlights tonight.
A lot of highlights. I mean, a lot of action fights, a lot of right-in-your-face phone book type fight. Here we go, round 2. You see both guys here throwing punches, giving each other what they can take on both sides. The 1-2, the right hand and left hook. Ain't no Oscar. He's throwing the right hand and missed, but that left hook got it there. These are the punches that do damage later. Again, both guys in their face. Nobody's backing up. And if they back up the counter punch. So both guys are giving and taking. Very hard fight to score, to my eyes.
Yeah, I think
round number 4. Yeah, round number 4 seemed the same thing. They picked up from round number 3 to round number 4. No, condition. Round number 5, start off the same way. Right hand, good shot. No, Oscar's throwing those punches like down the pipe when he do it, and when he throw those punches, they hurt.
All right, they call Joshua Franco the Professor. Beto, explain why that nickname.
Joshua Franco, when you look at him outside of the ring, he wears glasses. The first day he walked into the RGBA, the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy in Riverside, he walked in with Hector Tanajara, this kid they just signed out of San Antonio. Somebody looked at him and said, "You're not a fighter, you're a professor." With those glasses, and he also had a V-neck sweater. He looked like he was reporting for the first day of college in his dorm room. Then he was ready to get a fight. Then his first time sparring, well, you know the rest. Here he is as a pro.
Yeah, and there's that picture with Bernard Hopkins looking like the professor right there. But who's giving the lesson tonight? I mean, both guys are really out there giving boxing 101, because these guys are just throwing leather beyond. These guys are taking shots, they're landing shots. Maybe not the most defensive fight, but this is exciting stuff.
It's exciting. It also shows the conditioning, I said it earlier. It also shows that both these guys really want this fight. Nobody's letting up here. They're in the center of the ring. Oscar got a big mouth. He's starting to blow up right now on the right side of underneath his eye. That might be a factor as we get into the stretch of this. And they'll be around 7. We got a couple more rounds to go. And that might be a factor.
I mean, these guys just chasing each other around the ring, looking to take a stand and drop some bombs on one another. And that's exactly what Negrete and Franco are doing here. Negrete with the white trunks trimmed in Dodger blue, and Franco with the burgundy and gold trunks.
You know, people would say, well, what would you do in this situation? Look, you can't back up or you're going to be chased down. You got to hold ground. You got to hold your own and pick your shots. But you can't just pick 1 or 2 shots. You got to throw combinations like Oscar and both guys are doing.
Yeah, Joshua in there too. I mean, there's no quit in either one of these guys. And we got to remember that Joshua Franco, in the only loss of his career, was stopped late in a fight. He was hurt, and he just didn't know how to handle it. But here it's Franco teeing off on Negrete in the center of the ring. And these two guys just want to unleash hell on one another.
And I just seen both guys take a deep breath, especially after Franco missed those 3-punch combinations, and that could be a factor. Conditioning now, but early on it was great conditioning. Both of these guys are still throwing punches, so by no means these guys don't look like they're ready to fall out being tired. Punches are still being thrown.
Oh, that was a good time shot from Franco as Negrete was trying to shift his feet and land a shot. He was caught by Franco in between steps, and Franco sees that opportunity, and he's trying to unload, but then Negrete comes back with something of his own. Just when you think the tide has changed, boom, here comes the other guy.
When Franco do that movement, as far as the angles, he's better on the angles because he can get a good shot in right now on Oscar.
That's exactly what it did on Negrete. Took a lateral step right, opened up an opportunity, and landed an overhand right. But once again, no easy rounds to score here through 7 in Costa Mesa. Negrete and Joshua Franco can't wait to get at one another once again here on Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN. This is the 8th round of a scheduled 10-round main event. And when you talk main event, this is what it's about. It's not about the big names, B-Hop. It's about the hunger that Negrete and Franco are showing this evening.
This is how you become a big name, by doing things like this, by showing the crowd, showing your corner, showing yourself that you want to be a world champion, you want to be respected and recognized. And this is, both guys are representing that type of title.
It's a war of attrition as we're going to take a look at the number of power punches thrown through the first 7 rounds as we're here in round number 8. 560 basically from Negrete, 533 from Franco. Over 1,000 power punches thrown. I mean, did they even throw any jabs tonight, B-Hop?
I seen a few jabs, but not that many. And you know, Franco just got hit with a shot and it looked like a little bruise on his right side of his eye. That might open up, it might not, but a lot of punches thrown up. Punches been thrown on both sides, so I see something might happen later with both cuts be on both guys.
The watchful eye of the legend, Bernard Hopkins here, joining me from the Hangar in Orange County. Nice left hook to the liver from Joshua Franco as he tries to slow down Negrete, who takes a shot, keeps coming forward.
And you know, Franco, he's so smart because he's throwing those punches up top, but then he digs real hard to the body with the left hand. And you know what? That punch might get there as the round gets closer to the last round.
You know, Negrete is from Colombia, has never fought in his native homeland, and Franco was named or wanted to get in the Chocolatito Gonzalez sweepstake and get a shot at 115. Right now, he's making Negrete's face look like Chocolatito Gonzalez as Negrete throws some low blows and then follows that up with some shots to the head. Nice right cross from Franco. Makes Negrete back up for the first time all fight, but it was just to take more impulse and come forward.
And these are the rounds, like, you know, if it was 12, it would be championship rounds, going into the championship rounds. And you know, Franco right now is fighting like a champion. He's throwing a lot of punches, but you know, Oscar's not letting up. He still continues to come forward and throw punches.
Amazing shots. These two just have no quit as Franco, he turns southpaw momentarily
10
here
seconds, stop
at
at
the
the bell.
end of round number 8.
Franco do better when he's throwing punches, when Oscar throw right now, right hand. That's the punches he needs to throw. Oscar took it well.
All right, round 9 of a scheduled 10-rounder as Franco goes to the body. Negrete counters to the head. You see the inflamed eye of Oscar Negrete. They've done a pretty good job, B-Hop, of making sure it doesn't burst through the first 9 rounds of this fight, but Franco putting in more work.
Yeah, Franco put more work, and Oscar's doing really smart by keeping his hands up high to protect that eye. Now Franco should go to the body.
Let's take a look at how many punches have been thrown through the first 8 rounds. Almost 900 from Negrete, same for Franco. So we're talking about almost 1,800 punches in 8 rounds. Beto.
Who is winning this fight? Neither corner knows. Manny Robles said, I don't know, I'm not a judge and I don't want to be one. We need next 2 rounds. Robert Garcia said, I have no clue how this is right now. We need both rounds.
No punch, no punch. Here we go. Box.
We had a draw earlier tonight in our opener as Jose Gonzalez and Ivan Delgado went at it. I mean, this is a whole different level of action, B-Hop, that we're seeing between Negrete and Franco. And honestly, through 9, neither guy deserves to lose.
And neither guy, you know, deserve, you know, anyone that said that they didn't throw punches, they didn't fight, they didn't do this. These guys did everything up to now. We still got, what, a round to go. And you know what? Both guys have never let up. Both guys are still trying to do what? Put the pain on each other. And nobody's really backing up or running to the point where they're trying to preserve anything that they might or might not have. And that is a win.
1 minute left here in round number 9. The penultimate round of our main event this evening. We saw Negrete shake his hands here, and he said, I want to take the kid deep. All right, but now it's the kid coming back at him.
The last round is going to be exciting because both guys got to know or be told in their corner that this round, the 10th round, without knowing the score, must be a round that you must win big. Very close.
That's what they've been doing the first 9 rounds, B-Hop. I can only imagine what fire and brimstone we're going to be seeing in the 10th and final round here. As the 20 seconds left in round number 9 could also be just as crucial as the last 3 minutes. Don't go away. The last 3 minutes of Negrete Franco, I can promise you, they're going to be memorable on Golden Bull Boxing on ESPN. Negrete and Joshua Franco, they're touching gloves in this final round. Both corners, B-Hop, adamant. That last round was close. You got to win this round, and you got to win it big.
This round, this fight can go to anybody. I don't think that the fight, I give that edge a little bit, the fight, but I could be wrong. I mean, this fight is that close. I mean, when you look at these fights, the fights like this, especially this one, both guys are throwing just what they started off doing. The first round to the 10th round, nobody let up. I mean, I'm really curious to see how many punches are thrown in this 10th round because we started off with 86 punches in round number 1. It's been up to 120-something in certain rounds. I mean, these guys have no quit in them. And Negrete and Franco putting on a memorable performance this evening here in Orange County.
Stop! Miss your eye, you gotta close your eye. Here we go. Box!
Raul Caiz Jr. checking on the left eye of Joshua Franco. All right, here's the numbers. So far, Franco throwing 40 to 22 from Oscar Negrete. Look at those numbers tick up, over 1,000 punches each. We're talking about 2,070-something punches already here in the 10th round. This is amazing. I love it.
We're only halfway through the fight, right, as far as the minutes, as far as, you know, this round, excuse me. And you know what? They both throwing punches, conditioned, and also wanting to win. This is where blood and guts come in now.
Whatever result we get, these guys have earned their paycheck this evening. A slip there from Negrete on the Tecate logo in the center of the ring. That's 2 slips for him, and I don't know if his legs are giving out here in the 10th final round.
1 minute to go. Do you see a draw if they continue to be this way?
I do. I think Franco needs to win this round to get the draw. I mean, it's really close. I've got 6 rounds that could go either way on my scorecard, and Robert Garcia said it best. I would hate to be a judge here tonight. The fans started to get on their feet here in Costa Mesa, California. They know they're in presence of something special tonight.
That was a good body shot. Velasquez just snubs the left hand to the body and the right hand and sort of froze.
Franco there.
Franco, yeah.
All right, B-Hop, let's do something for these fans. Let's let them just listen to the last 20 seconds of this war between Negrete and Franco. Negrete and Franco giving us a memorable performance here and a fight that the people who are at the Costa Mesa Hangar will always remember. They'll say,
ladies and gentlemen, here at the Hangar, let's get a big round of applause for these 2 warriors going all 10 rounds with this NABF championship title on the line. We now go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. Judge at ringside, Max DeLuca, saw this one 96-94 in favor of the challenger, Joshua Franco. Judge at ringside, Daniel Sandoval, scored this one 96-94 in favor of the champion, Oscar Negrete. Judge at ringside, Fernando Villarreal, saw this one 95-95. This championship matchup results in a split draw.
Neither guy deserved to lose, apparently, according to the judges. Neither